Hey Griff, here you are.
Hey Joyce, here you are.
Hey Tare, here we are again. I'll tell you what, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. We are the 10 of us. We're still in Centerville, Ohio, hometown of the 10 of us, our folk singing group that started in 1965, and we're still together. We welcome you today to my secret garden.
Our fifth big show. This is our fifth big 10 of Us Talk show. And today is October 27th on a beautiful Ohio day. And we're here at your garden.
This is I and Joyce is going to tell us how she created this wonderful place. I just want to start off by saying I don't have one, and so I have been able to come over here from Columbus to Centerville to enjoy the fruits of her labor, and I must say it is beautiful. It's a very calming, relaxing place. She's obviously put a lot of time and effort and thought into this. And Joyce, why don't you tell us about how did this whole idea start and your love of your aesthetics and your gardening and different things?
First, let's just enjoy the beautiful church bells on this Sunday morning. Isn't that nice?
It is pretty.
But go ahead, tell us, Joyce.
I think it all started when I was doing some yard work and I noticed a place in my trees. And I thought I would love to just nestle in there. And I thought, why not? So I got out my handsaw and I cut a woods down and I created and I wanted to sit amongst the birds, the squirrels. I've got a woodchuck, I've got bunnies, I've got a little red fox, I've seen deer, yes, coyote in the wintertime, but nevertheless, it was a time and a place to get away. When I work full time, I come home. Where can you get away? I don't want to turn anything on. I want to just relax. So for us boomers, it's a thought, it's an idea. Maybe you can get in the car and you're going to go travel to Europe or on a cruise, but guess what? Around you at all times, you can find a place of peace, tranquility, comfort, nature. It's right in your midst. Don't think you have to go out and buy anything. So I was very blessed, and I just started chopping trees, Griff. You know me. I'm like, okay,
Well, you're a
now
house of fire. I mean, you get started, girlfriend, you don't stop.
I'm crazed.
I am always in admiration of your energy and the things and your creativity in a lot of different areas, which I hope we get to share with people in the future because we're all 10 of us are very creative and in different ways. But the one thing I do enjoy too about being here is when we come out here. Of course, you and I never have any issues with talking to
No.
each other. There, we share pretty much everything. I consider you my BFF. Um,
You're talking to Joyce or me?
that would be Joyce.
Sorry about
Oh, poor
So,
Terry.
that.
Well, you
oh
are
yeah, that's
too.
true.
We're
That's
going. We're
we
going
we're
to
gonna
bring him
we're gonna
in.
get
You
to
are
you.
too.
By the
We're
way,
gonna
a
get to
moment or
you.
two ago, I leaned in because I'm pretty sure, in addition to your bunny and your deer and everything else, there was a beautiful bumblebee on the camera, but he flew away. Go ahead.
Oh well,
Go
that's
ahead.
even
He
adds
loves us
more to
too.
it.
I bring in the
Yeah.
bees.
But I think the thing
Absolutely.
in this day and age, of where we're so connected to technology and the internet and and all the different and obviously we are too because we're taking advantage of sharing our stories and our thoughts about boomers to everyone else. And if it weren't for this medium, we wouldn't be able to do that. So I certainly appreciate it. But I also appreciate those times, Joyce, when we get a glass of water or you have a glass of wine or something, and we're sitting out here and we're communicating and we're talking and just and I think that the beautiful surroundings really lend that to them. And especially this time of year, we've had a really hot summer here in Ohio. It suddenly went into fall very quickly, like 40 degrees in a week. So, like many of us experiencing that, but it's just that kind of like my mantra right now is feeding the soul, and I
Ooh.
think your project here has done a wonderful job of feeding the soul and what makes us happy.
I brought people out here that are stressed or whatever, and I say just let it be.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the trees. Let's take some time. Let's be comfortable in the quietness of life. God's going to just be.
And this isn't just for women. You know what I
Absolutely
mean?
not.
We've left the male faction out of here so
Terry,
far.
you've got a story.
Yeah.
I'm out in LA, technically in Beverly Hills. I have a little bungalow, and that I myself is listening to Joyce and the great pleasure she has out here on a much smaller scale than Joyce has out here in a beautiful back lawn behind her house. I have a porch, probably about the size of where we are here. I got myself just a little kind of bench, little concrete bench. I've got some large ferns and some plants around it, and I take just a moment. I take a moment, and at first, my neighbors kind of looked at me, but now they kind of emotionally take into it also. I take a moment to breathe the air, to thank the Lord that we're here, to move away from our moment by moment hectic life, and, as the sign says behind Joyce, to enjoy my own secret garden. Inside my little dwelling, I try to keep some fresh flowers every week, and the idea of God's growth in plants and beauty and flowers and the air, especially early in the morning, it's just not for the girls. I'm
No,
sorry,
it's not. And when I
that
was
was
out there,
politically incorrect, not for the women.
women,
I
the,
take girls.
I'll take girls too. Thank you. Boomer girls.
That's
Boomer
right,
girls.
right.
Boomer girls. But when I was out in Beverly Hills and Janet was out with me, Terry said, "You know, right down there, I'm thinking of putting two little chairs." I went, "Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Get a little carpet even and stick it down there. And it's what? 1 foot away from your cute little patio." But I said, "You know what? It's another getaway. We can create our own little getaways wherever we are. It's
Hmm.
just take a minute, relax and go, what would make me happy? Where can I feel peace and serenity?" And this just happens to be my place.
And it doesn't have to be big
And
and
it's
grandiose.
everyone's place. It's not mine.
Yeah, it's
Anybody that
everybody.
comes here, I go sit out in the secret garden, just cathart, relax, let the world come off of you. And God's got great plans for each and every one of us.
And what do people say? The people that come here and you say, "Oh, you should go check this out." And at first they go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." What do they say after they come sit in this beautiful little cove behind your house? Tell us.
They love it. And I just sit and it tickles my soul because I don't say a word. I don't say you're going to love this, you're going to find peace, you're going to do this or that. It's a getaway.
People have to discover that on their
Let
own, don't
them
they?
do it on their own.
Right,
We're all
right.
different. We all go through our daily chores separately. We all have our own experiences. And I love it because I know when they come out here, I don't say a word. I let them come sometimes by themselves, then I'll join them. And all of a sudden, peace comes upon them. So I say to all you boomers, hey, you're going through something. You have to make a decision. You're thinking about your children. You're thinking about this, that, and the other. Find a little secret place. Create it yourself. Could be in your home. Could be in a closet. You're not using a big old closet. You pull everything out of it, and guess what? That's your secret place. Doesn't have to be outside. In the cold of winter, do I ever come out here? Usually I take my furniture into my garage. I have. I have come out here. I've brought a chair. I've bundled up, and I love to see how everything's off the trees and it's become a new season. And in that new season, we'll be taught something. So that's kind of my take on it. So, boomers, I believe in you. Create your own spot.
I love the Four Seasons in LA. Not the hotel. I love the well, I love that. I love the Four Seasons. There's summer, and then there's summer, and then there's summer,
Summer.
and then
More summer.
beautiful summer. But seriously, that our roots, all the 10 of us, our roots are here in Ohio and here in the Midwest. And I think, especially for us boomers, guys and gals, we have to return to the spirituality of our life. We have to turn to the peace of our life. Whether you're deeply religious, or you're more into the poetry, or whatever your thing is for relaxation. I think in big or small, we should follow the great example Joyce has set for us with her secret garden. Here's the boomers, us three boomers, wishing you hope you watch more of our shows. We're hoping for you the peace of your own secret garden. God bless.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Hit the subscribe button.